same, but let's say the work inside it is very different.
So, how did the rules change? Do you have some examples of ideas you?
So the rule changed for better everything, because here. What does mean exactly better everything? So first, it is something that can be explained to the professionals somehow. It doesn't have a kind of so easy explanation, but it's just better cable management, it's better organization, it's more easiness to comply with a number of needed accessories such as screen holder, lamp holder, all those things that you need to, let's say, get ready so that you can provide the very right solution for the right people on a single desk, but this in a very coherent language inside the quantity. So typically sit-stand is a lot of attention which is made to one single area for one person, and in which you try to make the best ergonomy. But it is also important that you kind of, let's say, have a kind of, let's say, holistic vision of also what would create the full space. And often the risk of very individual desking is that the individual desking is a little bit spoiling the landscape, and by trying to make everything fit like a proper Lego, if you say, our goal was to make a much better landscape without downgrading any kind of the properties of each desk.
And what are the options?
Options first is to do a little bit more with less. It is one of the main options which is offered now is to, let's say, share structure for different desks. And before we were more kind of aligning desks next to each other. So the option is more like you can, let's say, create kind of central trunk tree things that is gonna distribute many things that need to distribute forces, meaning stability. For sure, then there is all the data, electricity, but also you kind of distribute kind of a certain logic for the accessories, because it is a field in which you absolutely need a certain flexibility with screening, with a number of, let's say, options that offers either openness or clustering. So, let's say, instead of just having a lot of singular options, the first option is to reunite the desk. And then a lot of more singular option on each desk. But the first thing is to establish a better cluster. And cluster meaning a group of 4, a group of 6, a group of 8 table.
Did you have any limitations so it cannot become like a cluster that you don't want to see, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that first one of the biggest limitation is very true, the way you ask, is to make sure that you do what needs to be done, but not everything. Everything starts to be sometimes a nonsense. When you are stepping into the office world, you can also find some things that are complying with the reality, which is not the reality I want, which is not the reality I'm figuring out. So we've been doing what we consider is the best minimum, the very good minimum, what you need, but not more. And then one part inside it, which is Is why I say